Hello, hello. I was just coming on because I was thinking about something. I was thinking about like when you are going through things, it is so hard to keep the right attitude. And I know people be like, you're supposed to keep the right attitude through everything. You're supposed to be positive all the time and all of this stuff. But the reality is that sometimes things get injected into your mind and you feel some type of way. So I would come on here and say like a whole bunch of tips to keep the right attitude, right? But really, it's about the self talk. It's about how you talk to yourself when you're going through things. And what are your expectations for yourself? Because a lot of times we'll have expectations for the other people, like when we're going through things. But you have to remember, and I say this all the time, that you cannot control what somebody else does. You can only control you. You can only control you. So you cannot legitly control anybody else. You can only control you. And you can only control how you react to what you're going through. So, in the midst of all of the stuff, in the midst of everything, when you're going through whatever you're going through, today, tomorrow, next week, just try to keep the right attitude. Even when it's hard, because I know right now people are talking about food, and food is a big issue right now. Not having enough food, not being able to afford food, if you get assistance, not getting your assistance. But will y'all agree that it is really time to start? Like, I remember when I was a kid, we could stay outside all day long and never coming into the house because we would always have some kind of like fruit tree to eat off of. It would always be something, whether it was an orange, whether it was a mango, avocado, it don't matter what it was. We was always able to have something that we was eating on, just walking around or being outside or whatever the case may be. So, when you're going through things or when you're feeling like I can't overcome this battle because of XYZ, maybe my attitude is not right, maybe my mind ain't right. Hi there. But when you're going through things, you could get through them. And just know it's the way that you talk to yourself. Make sure you talking to yourself positively. I know that we all having struggles in life. People might act like they're not having struggles, but they definitely having struggles. You know what I'm saying? So we all going through some kind of struggle at some degree. But always think solution. Always think, what is the solution to my problem? Okay, the solution to food is I need to budget more. Because sometimes we be purchasing stuff that we really don't need. And I need to grow my own food. I really think that when you grow your own food, it tastes so much better. So grow your own food. Um, Even if you're going through something emotionally, I know a lot of people are going through depression right now. And I know depression can be something that really bogs you down, keeps you in the house, keeps you frustrated. You don't want to talk to anybody. And sometimes you have to talk yourself up out of there because you don't want to talk to people. Either you've been hurt so many times by people using your words against you, and y'all have to excuse me for laying down, but I've been sick for the last couple of days. But either people using their words against you, or you just having a hard time expressing yourself. I always tell people like, hi. I always tell people like, express yourself. Like, even if it sounds discombobulated to you, say what you got to say, because somebody understands what you have to say. So that's the great part about it, is being able to just express yourself, even if the words come out jumbled or you feel like they're jumbled. Sometimes your mind going a million miles an hour and you can't really express what you really want to say, but people get it. They 100% get it. They understand what you're going through in that moment, in that second. I'm not a big promoter of talking to people that you can't trust. But you always need to find somebody, at least one person that you could trust and that you could talk to and that you can be transparent with. Like tell them everything. Tell them what you feel like I did this wrong in this situation, or maybe I could have did this better in this situation. It really just depends on you and who that person is you talking to. So just to backtrack a little bit, when you're going through things, it is hard to try to go through things with the right attitude. And I know, like, if you go to churches, like, people in church will tell you, like, hey, you gotta go through it with the right attitude, or you're gonna have to go through it again. And some of that may be true if that's your belief system. So it's double frustrated because now you like, I never want to go through this again. But if I don't go through this with the right attitude, then I'm gonna have to go through it again. Just talk to yourself. Talk to yourself. And talk out loud to yourself. People be like, don't talk out loud to yourself. That's crazy. That's not crazy. That is not crazy. Most of the time, like when I'm self talking, I'm talking out loud. I'm not like whispering to myself or speaking in my mind. I'm like saying it out loud so I hear myself say what it is that's going on in my life and what it is that I need to change or what it is that I need to do better and how I can come up with a solution for myself. For myself. As I said, if you're going through it with someone, you cannot control them. You can only depict like what you're going to do. Whether you're going to build a boundary, whether you're going to try to have a conversation with them. And trying to have a conversation with someone, always remember that they may not receive what you feel. What is my favorite type of fish? Okay, what is my favorite type of fish? I'm going to answer this question. I would say salmon is my favorite type of fish. But when you're going through things, just make sure that you stay on the side where you're learning about yourself and you're growing within yourself and you're trying to understand yourself because somebody else may not understand you. Oh, thank you. They may not understand you and they may not agree with you. But sometimes the answers, or I feel like always the answers, are within. They are always within. No matter what anybody says, the answers are always within. That's why I say when you self talking, speak out loud. Don't whisper. Don't talk in your mind. Figure that thing out loud. You and you. Just the two of y'all. You know, I don't know if y'all know that song. Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just you and yourself. You can make it if you try. Because you cannot control what somebody else does. And you cannot control how they respond to you. You can only control what you do. I was thinking earlier how sometimes people will do the wrong thing on purpose, right? And it affects you. So you're bothered or you're hurt or you're frustrated or whatever. And so and I always give you two perspectives. And there may be multiple perspectives, but I'm giving you two. So I'm giving you two, like if you're religious and y'all know like religion tell you turn the other cheek, forgive them, get over it, like it's gonna be okay, everything gonna work out. And then in the inside, you so upset, you like, wait a minute, God ain't doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? You're getting frustrated, right? It's okay. Breathe it and come out with a solution. Sometimes the only solution is telling that person how you really feel. And maybe you put it in a letter, maybe you put it in a text message. Maybe you just write it out. I've done this plenty of times. Like I'll write something completely out and then I don't even send it. I just delete the whole thing. Because after I do that, I feel better. I feel 100% better. So, like I said, you are in control of you. Nobody else is in control of you. You are in control of you. Hey, you are in control of you. Nobody else can control you. So I'm going to come back later because I know the last thing I left off with was we was talking about how to find purpose. But I just wanted to drop that gem because I could feel the tension of people going through multiple things right now. And just to give you an ease of mind, is it's okay to talk to yourself out loud. It's okay to do that. You are in control of you. In every situation, you're not going to go through with the best behavior, but try to have that emotional intelligence to get through it. But later on, we'll talk about how to find your purpose in life. I love y'all. I'll talk to y'all later.